So I have a lot of businesses to contact. I have a job for them. I want to get competitive bids. And I'm going to show you how agents can do that a lot faster. So here I am with an agent. I'm going to say, can you list my spreadsheets, please? Now, what we're going to be showcasing here is actually agent memory. So what we got to do with the agent is first, we have to collect relevant data here. Okay, so we want to get this one. So AI agents need long-term memory. So we're going to show how we need to kind of set this memory. Well, let's see. I don't think it. So here we listed the ID, and we want to make sure that we get this ID every time. So actually this is kind of a good example of, I kind of tripped up here, and this is a kind of a true working of agents. This is what the deal with them is. Basically, it just didn't really get the ID. It kind of lost it in the noise. And so when it went to recall, it's like, well, I don't have it. Obviously it was there. And then I had to tell it again to check, and then it found it, right? So with that, we get the ID, and now we want to make sure we don't go through this again. That's a little bit irritating. So we can use actually agent memories to kind of work with kind of the quirks of agents. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say, I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to say, okay, remember this to the organization memory. Now, the reason why this is important, when you set it at the organizational level, every single agent gets access to the organization's memory. So when I'm working with a team and we have different stuff, we can store it in different contexts, and all of our agents can access that memory. So there's a collective memory layer with this technology. So here we go. We have a new memory stored. If we expand this out, we have a memory here, and we have SEO agency outreach tracker, and it's marked as critical. And I'm actually surprised it does not have require a recall, but I guess that's good enough. I guess it's pretty slim. It's not too big, 145 tokens. Yeah, that's fine. So when we go new, we can see that our memories are available on the agent. So we have SEO agency outreach tracker here. So now when I'm working with my agent, I can just get my relevant data. I can say, read the spreadsheet. And this actually spreadsheet was created by the agent. I had it scrape some web page. I needed some information. I wanted to collect some businesses so I can contact them for doing some work. And the agent actually built this spreadsheet, which is pretty cool. And it can basically run over every row, which we're going to show in the next videos. But you can see now that I've been able to set memories, I can be like, hey, just read that spreadsheet. And it just knows what it is. And then I just get all these different businesses to contact, right? So I need to find people that want to have some capacity to do SEO on my site and do a study of this tool and not using it, essentially. So, and then also find some data with me. So this is the problem I have to solve, right? So the next thing we can do is, all right, so I got that memory made. I don't have to do an outreach campaign quite yet because there's other information that I need. So what's really cool is that agents work across multiple tools. So what you're seeing here is I've worked with spreadsheets. Now I have to actually go get a meeting from MeetGeek. And so the agent is going to get the time. It's actually going to look at my calendar to see what's on my calendar today. And it is going to search for meetings, essentially. So it didn't find it on there. So I have a workflow where I kind of have to build with this agent. So you are seeing that, this is a job. I can see, okay, the agent immediately went to the calendar. We don't really want it to do that. So we want it to list the meetings with MeetGeek today and then get the transcript. So it's getting the details. Obviously, I'm going to need a better tool here. I'm going to give some feedback, but basically it's grabbing up all my meetings. It's going to get the transcripts and it will get the transcript from Alex here. And so, and this is kind of production work. I am using this tool to run my business. And so now I'm going to say, okay, get the transcript. So now what I'm going to ask it to do, so since I have that transcript, I'm going to say, okay, let's generalize this into a work order that I can send to these other companies. Oh, cool. Oh, I thought it was going to use the editor. I guess it didn't. That's okay. So yeah, this is basically, it's good. It's, that's just a little bit, actually, I'm going to just a minute here, some overlap when I blow that screen up. So this was just, it was a bit too much. So I'm just like, okay, get this short to the point that, we can. So I have this transcript and I got to send it out to a bunch of things. So now what I want to do is I want to basically get it compact. We want people to read this and just get the point directly of what the kind of work that we are looking for and this contact information, right? So that's very good. So I'm going to be like, okay, so I'm going to say, okay, save my contact information to a memory and my name. And I'm going to type save my email, but I don't kind of want to put that on there for like, this is socials. I want to keep that off. Oh, so that's kind of cool. Like it also used the editor to actually create this, and it can be, and I can change it, but it's just easier to kind of view that way. And then if there's changes, you could send this text with some instructions to chat. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 memories with contact. And now when we go to the memories, I have a 3. So, oh yeah, if you select on the editor, it can edit that as well. So that's just another tool to edit data. But basically I have critical data to get my job done. And so basically I can construct it, and then all the agents have access to this information every time they run. And so we're going to see that in action next video. We've created the memories. So I'm going to say, I'm going to go new here. And then what we have here is we have the spreadsheet, we have contact information, and we have this experimental work order here to run an experiment. So the next thing that we're going to do is basically we are going to send that out to all these different companies. And then, these are maybe 50 emails. And so this is what the agents are very good at, is they're very good. It's a very good tool for managing a lot of data. So please tune in next time if you want to see agents in action, actually doing work for my business.